The Galactic Cops would like to inform the viewers that the following episode deals with a shocking, and currently still active, police investigation of a missing Jawa. Please do not hesitate to contact the Galactic Cops if you have any information that could help out this investigation.
Welcome to the Famous Jawas series, where we will tell you about the lives of some very famous Jawas within the Jawa community. In this episode we will be delving into the mystery of a missing Jawa shaman called Lelek. Lelek was born around Suogo Day in 3682 BBY. At an early age, Lelek was discovered to be Force-sensitive. She was taken in by her clan's shaman to be trained in the ways of the Force. Eventually, Lelek became the clan's next shaman when the previous one, her mentor, had passed away. You are probably wondering what a Jawa shaman is and what their role is within a Jawa clan. Most Jawa clans were led by a chief who would usually travel along on a clan's sandcrawler. However, the overall operation of a clan was overseen by a shaman. Jawa shamans are rarely seen by outsiders, as they usually stayed behind at a clan's fortress deep in the Dune Sea. These shamans were always female, and it appears they are Force-sensitive. The Jawas, however, believe their shamans gained their power from the spirits of their ancestors. A Jawa shaman will use her Force abilities to see the future and perform mysterious Jawa magic to protect her clan. Many Jawas will go to their clan's shaman for consultations and blessings. If a clan loses their shaman and doesn't have a successor ready, it usually means the end of that clan, for a clan cannot exist without a shaman to guide it. And this is exactly what happened to Lelek's clan, because one Monday afternoon, around tea time, in 3643 BBY, the shaman Lelek would vanish and never be seen again.
The Galactic Cops have conducted a thorough investigation to uncover what happened that day, and we have compiled a timeline of events that took place leading up to Lelek's disappearance. Early in the morning, Lelek traveled to the sacred Baba Vosa cavern, together with her apprentices. It appears she was training a new generation of Jawa shamans. Later that day, there were reports of an unknown individual working for the Sith Empire, attacking some Jawas and meddling with Jawa communication relays. Then in the late afternoon, the unthinkable happened. That same unknown individual, accompanied by Imperial soldiers, was seen entering the Baba Vosa cavern, and Lelek disappeared. That evening, the Jawas reported her disappearance to us. When Lelek failed to return home in time for dinner, the Baba Vosa cavern was quickly cordoned off, and the crime scene was thoroughly investigated, but there was no trace of Lelek, or what had happened to her.
At this point, nobody suspected the Sith Empire was involved. However, this all changed when a famous Jawa hacker, called Braz, hacked into the Empire's communications relay in the Tatooine system. Braz discovered an audio recording of the Imperial commander in charge of the settlement of Mozilla and leaked these audio recordings onto the HoloNet.
I must thank you for the work you did with the Jawa communications. The bugs you set are already transmitting. Any rebellion the Jawas plan will come straight to our ears. Let me transmit the code to our surveillance team. Yes, the Jawas speak of spirit wielders, those who possess the magic of their shamans. I assume they mean the Force. Their young go to a secret training ground to learn the shaman's magic. They're building an army there. We must stop them. This shaman, the one training their armies, we need to bring her into custody, study her, learn what she is made of. Please take her alive. The Sith must observe her using the Force. There is little her corpse can tell them. I hope I can rely on you to make this happen.
Not only did this audio recording implicate the Sith Empire as being responsible for Lelek's disappearance, but it gave many Jawas some hope that Lelek might still be alive and held captive by the Empire.
Us Jawas are used to hostility from Jawa haters and Ugnaughts. But for the Sith Empire to actually sanction an official mission against Jawas was unthinkable.
tensions had already been high between the Imperials and the Jawas, because the Jawas were upset at the Sith Empire's occupation of Mozilla. The settlement of Mozilla was originally built as a trading post by local Jawas. Jawas and colonists used to live together in Mozilla, but then the criminal syndicate known as the Exchange took control of the settlement and forced the Jawas out. And when finally the Empire arrived and took control of the settlement, they refused to hand it back to the Jawas, upsetting many Jawas and souring the relationship between the Jawas and the Sith Empire. Against the Jawa Council's wishes, some Jawas started a rebellion to fight against the Imperial occupiers. It is believed that Lelek might have been involved in this rebellion, using her force powers to fight against the Empire.
My name is Commander Villos. I came to Tatooine to eliminate the Jawa problem. The Jawas, you've seen them. Little, unimpressive, unimportant sand rats. Is it possible they use the Force? A dozen of my officers were killed by the vermin, all with burns from lightning. If the Jawas are using the Force to resist our occupation, we must bring proof to the Dark Council so that they may crush the threat.
Tensions flared up between the Imperials and Jawas after Lelek's disappearance. Many Jawas organized public protests against the Empire in the streets of Mozilla, demanding Lelek be returned. Jawas can often be heard shouting, "Return Lelek," to any Imperials passing by. The Jawa Council also decided to impose a scrap sanction against the Empire, forbidding the sale of Jawa scrap to Imperial businesses and individuals.
The Jawa Council tried to negotiate many times with the Sith Empire to have Lelek returned to us. And if she is no longer alive, then her body so we can give her a proper funeral.
The Jawa rebellion against the Sith Empire keeps growing every year. Imperial patrols heading out into the Dune Sea will often be targeted by Jawas and have their armor and weapons stolen. It is not an uncommon sight to see Imperial patrols march back to Mozilla naked. What exactly transpired inside that cave is unknown, while the audio recordings suggest Lelek may have been taken by the Empire, and many Jawas hope she's still alive somewhere. Others believe she was killed, and the Empire took her body for study. Unless the perpetrators reveal the truth of what happened that day, we might never find out what happened to Lelek. In the next episode of Famous Jawas, we will be going on an adventure with a Jawa smuggler. Until next time.
As the Jawa hacker, I have a job offer for you. I have need of your skills as a hacker for a special mission. How would you like to help me take down Al Jawan?